Afinal. Oh my gosh, is everybody here? Stola! Stola, listen, girl. Oh, Einstein! Oh my god, Oriander. Tancred. Let's go. Afinal is feeling the need to take stock. Oh, I got a weapon. Oh, 550. Of course I accept. Hestia, do we have some time to talk? Of course! I would like to gather everyone in Down's respite and together access the situation in which we find ourselves. My heart's open. Don't take care of myself, not flash anything here. We have since learned about into by organization known as a wait. Countless innocents kidnapped and imprisoned, their fate prevented for primal summonings. And unless we find a way to deal with the corruptive aura surrounding the spires, we can't even get close enough to rescue any. Those shielded with the blessing of the light seem able to resist being tempered, at least. But after what happened to Arevald and Fordola, we need to be very, very careful about how we proceed. Yet while these streets close to home are all these lenses as paramount concern, we mustn't lose sight of the situation in Garlemald. As you know, the teleportal are under the leadership of Fentina and one of the delightful fellow, Xenos Aegalhus, the crown prince and our dear friend. To date, he is reclaimed his old body, murdered Emperor's Varys, and plunged Garlemald into an even deeper pit of chaos. The capital has probably seen the worst of it. For a good while there, I saw the bloodiest fighting in the War of Succession. But that has since changed and in troubling ways. During our reconnaissance, the air was not once rent by the barking of cannons or the cries of discord. It was an airy fog of silence which did blanket that ruined city. The inhabitants appeared to have been temperate, and with nary a word spoken, did they labor to transform the place into a soaring edifice born of nightmares. If they were indeed made trolls, it seems safe to assume that these events, too, were orchestrated by the teleportal. An army of primates is awful enough, but in light of our recent developments, I fear it is only the prelude to an even greater catastrophe. We need to devise a means to counter this threat, and quickly before our allies are overwhelmed. We will find a way in Sharlayan. I'm sure of it. Master Falchernald's comments regarding the final days were curious to say the least. The Pharaoh knows more than it like. Oh. Sorry to interrupt. We just received a word from Mistress Creel She says that arrangements for your visit has been finalized. You head to Limsalamisa and board the next ship bound for Sharlayan. And arrive a present at yourselves as associates of the students of Baldishan. Come to assist with the order's restoration. The arrangement may be settled, but what of your thoughts? They may race at the prospect of returning home after so long. I am eager to see, of course, we should set off at once. Then I will accompany you to the docks. We need at least one person there to wave and cry and wish you safe journey. Oh, take care. Oh, I remember that. I remember that. All right. Mesa. Let's go to Mesa. Oh, where do I do the new class? Where do I get the new class? Oh, but I need to do Mercenaries level 80, right? Yeah, level 80. Oh, I need to find out where is the new class. Saj. Alright, got you. There you go. Priorities. There we go. Uda for Reaper. You want to Saj? I want both of them. Oh, but is Uda for Reaper? Okay.
Howdy, Shadow Ash Panda. Welcome back.
Shadow Ash Panda, look at that. It's finally here. Yes. How's it going, Shadow? How are you? They start at 30. Okay. Well, here I am, Mother. In Fairway Eorzea. I will complete this mission. Just you watch. In your noble name and as a first of my class, I will succeed. Pretty good, pretty good. Did you make all the new classes already? I just started. I have been avoiding watch Twitch because I don't want any spoilers. So got some free time, so decided to stop in the stream. Aw, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And after, perhaps I shall invite our esteemed alumna, Aldazai, for tea at the Bismarck. I will be the envy of everyone. My apologies, good madam. I failed to notice you. I'm Lala Jinja, a native of Sharlayan. By your appearance, I assume you were on an adventure. Are you purchased well travel in Eorzea? Yeah. So you are. How very fortuitous. And Hesse is her name, you say. I swear I heard it somewhere before. In any event, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. As for myself, I'm an operative on a mission from the Forum, our nation's governing body. This being my first time in Eorzea, I studied as best as I could in preparation, but there is no substitute for a local's knowledge. Thus did I intend to hire an adventurer like yourself to serve as my escort. The mission is to pursue and capture of fugitives, and thus I will entail some danger. But you appear to be no stranger to such. Might you be willing to assist me in this endeavor? Of course! If the reward is extra. Wonderful. While I have some skill with a blade and can fend for myself, I shall be glad of your capable company. Now then, where I divulge the participants of my mission, we should head somewhere more private, perhaps outside the city, by the Zephyr Gate. Sure. Alright. I am here. Where I need to go to? Next guild. Oh, that's so nice. So we can see here on the side. I like that. Ah, awesome. Nice. Hmm? All right. Lot of people here. I don't know why. Everyone's here, yes? Which is good because I've already paid for your passage. And the fee is non-refundable. The ship for Sharlayan should be pulling into port soon. So please follow me and have all your luggage close at hand. Oh dear.
They've almost finished loading our cargo. We should be ready to depart right on schedule, or so I'm told.
Excellent. 'Tis nice to have a smooth beginning to one's journey, at the very least.
It's funny. Master Louis Soir came here on a ship very much like this one. And now, years later, the street urchin he befriended that day is bound for his mentor's homeland. With his mentor's grandchildren, no less.
Aye. 'Tis upon reflection that every twist of time's river and fate's whims are brought into sharp relief. Thou hast matured much in the intervening years. Wert thou not caught attempting to relieve Master Louis Soir of his purse scant moments after he made landfall upon this dock?
Oh, really? Now that's a tale I'd like to hear.
Oh.
Will this be your first visit to Sharlayan, Sir Estinian? Sir Estinian?
Are we strangers newly met? Why this stiff formality?
I, merely meant it as a professional courtesy. since we are now colleagues in an official sense.
I'd rather you dispense with the sirs, especially in private company. Or I'll be forced to respond in kind, little Lord Alphino.
Little Lord Alphinaud.
You've made your point, Estinian. Painfully well.
Better.
Are you all right, Tataru? You seem positively distraught.
Distraught? Me? Don't be silly. I think it's lovely that they get to see their homeland. It's just, we're trying to thwart the schemes of an army hell-bent on destroying the world. And once again, I have to stay behind and worry that this is the last time I'll get to see my friends.
I shouldn't promise something that I may not be able to complete.
I'll hold you to that.
I will do my best,
Good.
Tattoo.
You're still here.
Hori! Kultine! What brings you all this way?
We're to assist the Maelstrom and the Kobolds with a lunar primal operation, so we thought we'd see you off before heading to the tower. Flamine and the others wish you all a safe journey, and promise that they'll look after things here until you return. We will too, of course. Aye, we, your fellow Scions of the Seventh Dawn, will do our part to ensure the end of the world won't happen on our watch.
Yeah. No.
We set the sail! All aboard for Sharlayan!
Sharlayan.
It's time.
Then we must delay no longer. We will contact you the moment we learn aught of value. Wish us luck.
Oh, Tataru.
Have a safe journey, and please, please, be careful.
Please, please be careful.
And so you venture forth unto the unknown. A fate beyond the horizon that cannot be divined. A future undefined and in flux. In uncertain times, naught but the simplest words of wisdom will suffice. That which lives is destined to die. Love leads to loss. Every beginning has an end. Treasure every moment, every step of your descent.
Oh my gosh!
And there, in the depths where souls and stars rest, find your truth.
Ah! There we go. Ah, the music.
Here. Feel. Think.
The day has barely dawned, my fellow earlier riser. Though we're hardly alone in that. Envious of those still sleeping soundly, no doubt. Called out to you, you say? I've heard nothing myself. In any case, I dare say the sea air will do you good. Why not join the others on deck? Sharlayan should be coming into view at any moment.
Ah. Ah! Talk to me before. You gotta know about her.
My voice yet reaches you. I am glad.
Who is she?
Hear, feel, think. And thus do we meet face to face at last. My warrior of light, guided by the crystal. After your sojourn in the First, I believe you have your answer. You have gained an understanding of what I truly am, what Eidolon has always been, a primal. Zodiac was created to forestall the apocalypse which threatened the ancient world, and I was brought forth to bind him. Yet 7 times now, those who would orchestrate a return to that bygone era have rejoined a shard to the god I had sundered. The greater his strength grows, the swifter does mine own diminish. The power to draw your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine to wield.
Oh. Power to join your mind into the rift betwixt is no longer mine.
Yet though it taxes me sorely, I dare not leave these words unsaid. Even bereft of my guidance, you and your companions have accepted the burden of this star's troubled past. A conjunction has begun to form, an intertwining of your time and mine. Wheels shudder and turn. Conflict looms. Monumental. Which will decide the fate of this world and all life upon it. When you truly understand what is at stake, and your journey has prepared you to surmount the insurmountable, then shall I honor the promise made in another time, another age.
Cast your peepers to the fore, folks. Sharlayan's just over yonder.
I will not keep you further. Your traveler's heart must yearn to behold this unfamiliar land. We shall meet again, and soon.
Ah!
Oh, what a fine morning. Oh, still a bit stiff though.
And a good morning to you too. Taking a look at the island already?
Then let's go. Let's go. Might still be room in the prow if we're lucky.
Ah, the sleepers have arisen. There she is. Good old Sharlayan.
Oh, I see it.
I wish I could see better.
Home. Home at last. Well, maybe not in Father's eyes. But we'll manage on our own. If we must.
You do know you're not alone in this, don't you? Indeed. 'Tis as Sir Estinian saith. Forget not the comrades who boarded this ship at your side, I prithee.
Thank you, my friends. We are ever grateful for your steadfast support.
How do I... What?
Upon arrival, we will be disembarking into the heart of Sharlayan proper. There is no greater concentration of wisdom in all the world. I am confident that somewhere within that center of knowledge and learning, we will find the answers we seek.
A new city. Oh, everything new. Awesome.
Sharlayan, the solitary island nation of the northern seas. where under the watchful gaze of Thaliak, patron deity of scholars, academics hoard all manner of knowledge and secrets. Once, they deigned to accept foreign students into a distant colony maintained in the Dravanian hinterlands. How swiftly they abandoned it once the first Garlean boot set hostile foot on Alamegan soil. So averse to the prosecution of war, these men of wisdom, your would-be allies.
I thought they'd never let us off the ship. What's next then? Entry applications?
Hopefully they find no cause to deny us.
Hasn't Sharlayan all but severed relations with foreign powers? Those of us without direct ties, myself included, may be refused outright.
'Tis true that, as a nation, Sharlayan only forms trade agreements with a select few neutral countries. But from a practical standpoint, an island cannot afford to be overly strict with its borders, especially not if that island's people are wholly devoted to the accumulation of knowledge. If one submits the proper paperwork, with satisfactory evidence of identity and intent, then foreigners may be granted entry.
May.
Quite. So let us be absolutely clear on these points before we proceed. The immigration officer will ask for your affiliation and your purpose of visit. Considering Sharlayan's views on intervention, I strongly suggest we avoid any mention of the Scions. Kral has laid the groundwork for us to act as associates of the students of Baldessian, and our ostensible reason for being here is to aid in their order's restoration.
All right.
Grahatir, it might expedite our progress should an actual student be seen at the head of our little group. Would you mind leading the way?
Of course. The immigration officers were this way, as I recall. Shall we?
Yes, shall we? Shall we? Shall we?
Greetings. We've just arrived and are eager to make our way into the city. Would you be so kind as to process our entry applications?
Certainly. I see by your mark you are an Archon.
I am. Grahatir of the Students of Baldessian at your service. I was assigned to an Eorzean survey team, but have returned to assist with the reformation of my order. My associates here will provide additional support.
Very good. I have paperwork detailing your group and its scheduled arrival for today. And it seems some few of your companions are also Archons. If you'll step forward, we can process those applications first.
Ishtola rule.
We have the mark.
See how it glows? That list is etherically linked with a citizen registry kept in the main repository.
I've confirmed your status as Archons and amended your travel records accordingly. Welcome home. Now, who do we have here?
Alphino Leveilleur.
and Alize Leveilleur.
It's so cute.
Your applications have also been approved. Having said that, the streets are abuzz with talk of how House Leveilleur's lord disowned his young progeny. And while such personal circumstances constitute no reason to deny you entry, I urge you to avoid exacerbating your present situation. Times are quite troubled enough already.
We shall keep that in mind.
These last two are not Sharlayan natives, but you will find their credentials are in order. An application was made in advance.
About me? Nice.
Name and occupation?
Champion of Eorzea. Which one? Adventure by trade.
An adventurer. Well, I suppose that is considered a valid calling in your native Eorzea, and it does indeed match the profile provided. You may enter. And you, sir?
Estinian Valino, formerly of the Order of the Knights Dragoon in Ishgard.
Formally, at least. And what, pray tell, is your profession now?
Uh-oh.
If you'll allow me... My associate is a mercenary, hired for his strength at arms. Surely you are aware of the dangers we often face on our forays into the wilderness.
Mistress Baldessian, if you insist on sponsoring his entry, then so be it. But while I appreciate that desperate times call for desperate measures, I find your choice of company concerning. Be advised that even a single misstep may have severe repercussions for your organization.
Uh-oh. She's mad.
I have every confidence in my chosen company, dear and trusted comrades that they are. But I thank you for your concern.
Croyle, it is good to see you.
Likewise. Long voyage notwithstanding, you will seem none the worse for wear. There is much to discuss, but this is hardly the place. Let's be on our way, shall we? Oh! Welcome, friends, to Sharlayan.
As your mercenary, I should hope my welcome includes a generous salary.
Well, I had to say something, Sir Taciturn.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Look at that! Look at that! Where is the oh, over there? Oops. I'm glad I spotted your ship coming into port. The officers are born bureaucrats and stricklers for detail. In any case, you may relax and take a moment and get your land legs back. Oh, I got a weapon. They got for dragoon? Where's the dragoon? Let's keep it. Carl sweeps the silence with a speculative look. I had thought to launch directly into explanation of what I've learned and how we might proceed. But this is Hestia and Einstein's first time in Sharlayan. And for the rest of you, a homecoming that was long overdue. You must have places you wish to visit and people you dying to see. Therefore, I propose we postpone our agenda so that you all may have sufficient time to recover from your journey and get your bearings in the city. Once we settle in, we can reconvene at the Baldeshan annex. How's that sound? Sounds good! This is a fine suggestion. We may not be welcome at the Livio estate as such, but I should like to nose around the neighborhood all the same. I'm equally untethered, as it were. There is no particular place at my kin called home. Still, I would not pass you the opportunity to this lens is reacquaint myself with the city. Likewise, a quick tour of our old homes might even yield some useful gossip. The annex was west of the Ayatari Plaza, wasn't it? I shall join you there. Yes, we'll see you there. I too have places I would be remiss in not visiting forthwith. By Daily. What of you, Einstein? My services as a guide are yours for the asking. That won't be necessary. Until we reconvene, I prefer to wander as the wind takes me. Wind takes me. But I could. Well, Raha. Would you like to join us then? You've been gone for quite a while, and this would be a perfect way to refresh those dusty old memories of yours. Oh, of course, if you have me. Come on, Hestia? Yeah, I'll wait. I have some athletes to go in. After you, my friend, I am more than content to follow you. Accompany me. Keep him at your side in order to proceed with the quest objectives. You can leave Hayatia behind by entering in a different area using the ether, or by putting too much distance between you. You can also speak with Garatia and select the option to part ways. If you wish to have Garcia to accompany you again, return to speak with him at the original location. While Garcia is accompanying you, next you try speaking with Girl. longer. All set? Let us be on our way. Our first stop, amusingly enough, will be the last stand. It is a cafe on the west side of the harbor. There is also companion. Oh my gosh! Lead your two companions to the last stand and speak with Cryo at the designed location. While you accompany, you may encounter conversation points along the way which offer additional topics of discussion. Enter the glowing area and speak with your quest. Your quest companions to initiate this bonus conversation. Enjoy exploring your surroundings together. Aww, that's so cool! Okay, we should go there. Let's go, peeps. Oh. Ah! Now that is sight one could hardly forget, the great statue of Thalia. As a student of Baldistan, I was actually quartered on the island of Wall, but I would gaze upon a scholar's wise features every time I returned by ship to the city. I'm grateful to have Cryo's help in equating myself with this place. It's almost as if I am seeing all with new eyes, as you are. This path leading out towards the sea, as known as a Taliak Stoa, so named for the statue of the scholar which stands at its end. Yeah, now they follow you. It's so cool, right? As you know, the Sharlayan people prize the accumulation of wisdom above all else. Thus, when Taliak was chosen as our patron deity, it was more a matter of pragmatism than belief, an alignment of principles, as it were. We may have honored him with a rather impressive sculpture, yes, but our faith is not so restrictive as that. Say the Ishgardians. Individual Sharlayans can and do worship the divinities of their choosing. Come on, let's head to the cafe. It may not seem so at a glance, but the last stand is actually a very important part of the city. Alright. Oh, that's so cool. So beautiful. That's it? Oh, I need to go here. I need to go inside. Gotcha. And here we are, the last stand. I may have mentioned this before, but although our research into nutrition and food preparation is quite extensive, the average Sharlayan tends to regard a seasoning and flavor with a certain indifference. How can I put this? The food is bland, as encapsulated by our infamous Archon loaf. The prevailing sentiment towards cuisine is dietary value first, and taste a distinct second. There was one pupil of the stadium, however, who could stomach the school's unsip meals no longer. So he quit his lessons and poured all his savings into building a proper eatery. And so the last stand came to be. It is, as the name implies, the sole dedicated outspot of dining in Sharlayan. Sharlayan. The one and only bastion of the culinary arts in its isle of otherwise mediocre fare. I seem to recall the burger being highlighted as one of the more impressive items on the menu. Not that I ever had the pleasure of eating it myself. Oh my god. Because you are a typical Sharlayan when it came to cheap and convenient, Raha. But surely Tataru has since taught you how to appreciate a well-prepared dish. We should all stop in when the brew meets and sample the cafe's delights. Shall we pass on? Yes, mysterious side of the cafe. There will take us up to the Ayather Plaza. I forgot to let me do the battery over there. Forgot it. Let's go. Main entrance. Oh, so beautiful. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Unusual shape, isn't it? I assure you, however, that is a perfectly functioning Ayatharid. Remember to attune yourself before we move on. Now, being the lightened tour guide that I am, I should make mention of the Confluent, a research facility located off the very plaza. Its much meant to discover are the reasons Sharlayan stand at the forefront of teleportation technology. In deciphering the underlying principles of Alagan Aetherids, it allows us to understand and reconstruct what was essentially a lost art. And off we go to our next destination. Our path leads northeast to the Agora, Sharlayan's largest marketplace. There you go. Where is my map? It is. Down. Ah, they have a different. Ah, that's so cool. It's a different shape. Elmore is also different. The Chrysaeon too. Oh, I love it. Okay, there's one here. There's night. Where do I need to go? Okay, straight up. Oh, conversation point. Oh, the markers. I always did look forward to seeing what new wares they had on offer. Do you mind if I browse the shelves for a moment? There might be some hidden gems I've yet to read. On the moment, how stick, feel free to browse all you like, but we won't wait around for you. Oh, perhaps I will return here later then. This little open air books stall. That's so nice. Stalls are so unlikely Sharlayan. I'd always thought them a common sight until I visit other nations. You've eaten yourself a directory? Then let's continue on to the Agora. I did. Welcome to Agora, where you can find wares made in Sharlayan as well as a wide selection of imported goods. They also use to sell questionable prototypes from the various research institutes, but I think that practice has thankfully died out for the most part. Otherwise, I can think of no better place to stock up for your next big adventure. Am I overselling it? Selling it? One more serious note, the next stop on our tour is one which has particular relevance to our ultimate purpose here. We must head back to the Aether Plaza, follow the path north, then climb the stairs up to the imposing building at the very top. Right there. Okay. So beautiful. I need to go way over there. Beautiful. My. This grand structure before you is Hostra. The name refers to the original public platform erected here, upon which a forum of elected representatives would deliver orations and debate policy. Although the stage has since evolved into council chambers, the nature of the forum and the duties of its members remain largely unchanged. Am I boring you, Raha? You seem awfully distracted. Oh, my apologies. From here, you can see the entire city spread out there. The vista put me in my mind of my arrival at the first. Those who had a Gatorade at the Crystal Tower asked me how they might go about building a new home. Naturally, my answers were all inspired by my knowledge of the finest settlement I could think of, the great city of Sharlayan. And bit by bit, those few buildings grew into a town, a community, the Chrysarian. I can almost see its echo. I see. Feel free to come up whenever you wish. I don't think the concealers would object to you. Simply enjoy the view. Such memories should be treasured. For now, however, the tour must go on. Our spectacle of sightseeing concludes with the fittingly named journey's end. Walk down the stairs to the east and continue straight ahead. first things first. I get through. Alright. I cannot use them out. Big stairs, big stairs. We arrived at the journey's end. History tells us that this was where those who put us ashore with Uncle Arton built their first homes. In the present day, it serves as the residential district for the most important officials and the oldest Sharlayan families. You see that one mansion is clearly larger than its neighbors. That state belongs to our friends from House Leopold. All things considered, we should probably keep our distance for the time being. And with that, we bring our little Sharlayan tour to a close. I hope it has proven to be entertaining and enlightening experience. Now, shall we head directly to the bar, whatever? You remember the way, don't you? Let me think. We head down towards the harbor, across the bridge to our right. Then, follow the path below to Edward Plaza. Correct. After you, Hester. Oh, there's one more over there. Oh, there's one. The Valdition Annex. Oh, there is two. I didn't got it yet. This one? Oh, this one's where I am. Oh, okay, gotcha. I need to fix my wig. Just a second. I'm right here. Just. Yeah. All right, much better now. ones. Yeah. Alright, I need to come back. Oh, did I talk already? Why did you come here? Hold on. It's a place to go and things to show you. Come along. Oh, because I need to go with them. I can't teleport. Ah, got you. I got you. You minions, right? As the joyous look of Raha's face has undoubtedly informed you, this is the Baldur's Eye. If you continue up the hill, you arrive to the doorstep of Phenomenon. But I think we explore enough for one day. We can take out you there another time. Inside with you. I'm back, and I brought Hestia in Raha. Ah, you're right about the ship. Hello, Gaha. It's nice to see you again. And it's a pleasure to finally meet you, Hestia. I've heard many a tale of your exploits. Oh, Ojika has been an age. Allow me to introduce Ojika Tsujika, administration officer for the students of Baldur's. He oversees the day-to-day business of the annex. You may recall meeting his cousin, Edika. Oh yes, Eureka. I read the initial reports. Quite a shock to hear what's become of this island. Do take care if you have the opportunity to rejoin the expedition. This place is like a second home for the students. The Isle of All served our main headquarters, of course, but we often had occasion to visit Sharlayan. Whether to make use of the city's research facilities, attend conference, or produce supplies from distant shore. And the annex here was built to provide lodgings for our members while we engage in such activities. Ever since our former headquarters along with the island itself vanished, the annex has served as our base of operation. And yet it feels so empty, with so many lost to us. Our organization is a shell of its former self. The day will come when we'll see the students rise again. But first we must ensure that the teleporoi fall. What? So the door of the left there is a main hall, where we can discuss our options moving forward. Once everyone's arrived at yes, you'll probably have time to rest before our discussions begin in earnest. Very good. I had private quarters prepared for you in Adra, so please feel free to make yourself at home. Oh, the nap room's perfect for an afternoon dose. Oh, I didn't mean to give you the wrong impression. The chambers are quite well appointed. Far more so some cheap roadside inn. You may be a oh my It's simply that we were often so busy with research or exhausted from journeys aboard that we would split into the Adrian just to steal a few minutes. And as they become known among the students as nap rooms, even if many such naps might last well into the following morning. Say the word, I will be happy to show you to your chamber. Hopefully the others won't be too long in coming. I'll wait for you all in the main hall. There's an inn. Let's see. Let's see how is the inn here. Ooh, pretty. What is this? Oh, start. What I should see? Oh. I probably need to put everything. Okay, guys. Okay. I was just wondering what is here. I have a chair, I have crystals. Okay, now I'm good. I'm good. In the main hall. There's the inside. Ooh! Oh, look at the map! Oh, the map is here. Oh, alright. Feeling refreshed and alert? Our colleagues should be wandering soon. So I suggest we stay here and wait for them to join. There they are.
Pray forgive me. I was delayed.
It's fine, Oriange. We're all here now.
Let's get down to business then, shall we?
Yeah.
Come what may, we must prevent the Teleporroy's plans from coming to fruition. At present, I see two paths for gathering the information which may aid us in achieving that goal. The first involves an investigation into the change which has come over Sharlayan, not to mention the recent inscrutable behavior of the Forum. As most of you know, the 99 members of the Forum are elected from the general populace. This alone guarantees a plethora of opinion with regards to foreign policy. The bibliotheques, for example, are a group of conservatives which would have Sharlayan focus on recording history, while remaining entirely uninvolved in the making of it. And at the other extreme, we have advocates for proactive diplomacy and direct intervention. My grandfather Galef was one such member, as was Archon Louisois. Yet despite our diverse factions and philosophies, the recent vote to deny Eorzea's request for assistance was unanimous. Even more concerning was the fact that many cited other, more pressing duties as justification for their recalcitrance.
Fortuno's refusal in Gridania had those same undertones. 'Twas as if, having stared unblinking into the face of impending doom, he had simply turned away to pursue something more important. But what could that possibly be?
A mystery indeed, and one which I ask for your help to solve. Our future may depend on it. As for our second potential path, it concerns a request made directly to the students of Baldessian. Our organization was founded primarily to study strange and unexplained phenomena the world over. Mysterious relics and ruins, arcane disturbances, and so forth. Compared to our more isolationist Sharlayan colleagues, we have strong connections overseas, namely with scholars and academics who share our passion for the unknown. The request in question comes from one such acquaintance, Nadana, an alchemist residing in distant Thavnair.
Oh, Nidana. The Sharlayans build the Athena, yes?
Her missive describes the sudden appearance of a tower, and the subsequent summoning of what I can only assume is a lunar primal. In response to this threat, the satrap of Radzat-Han, the individual who governs the city-state, has instructed the alchemists to find a means to deal with the spire.
The artisans of that land are heirs to an ancient tradition, one rather unlike that of their Uldan counterparts. 'Tis possible, nay, probable, that they have gleaned truths unattainable by Eorzea or her Far Eastern allies.
They do, in fact, appear to have a strategy in mind, though it will require further research. To that end, they have requested an introduction to a capable warrior shielded by the blessing of light.
Yeah.
Assuming we divide our forces to pursue both of Krar's lines of inquiry, then having you join the group heading to Thavnair would seem the obvious choice. But the investigation in Sharlayan is of vital importance as well. Equal, I think, to the Thavnairian one, given that the fate of the world may hinge on the results of both.
Yes, it is quite the quandary. Though it is a great imposition and an altogether too common one, our efforts would be more likely to succeed were you to lead the charge on both fronts. You are indeed our champion. As to which task to tackle first, we will defer to your decision. Let us next decide how everyone else might best be assigned. As for myself, I shall continue what I've begun in Sharlayan. I should also like to steal the services of an Archon or two.
And thereby gain access to a greater range of reading material. I will help with that.
No.
Allow me to offer my assistance. I have some small amount of experience in the field of research.
Oh. Oh.
Alize and I would also like to help, if you would have us.
Anything to understand even a fraction of what our father and the Forum might be thinking.
Yeah.
Of course! The more the merrier.
The more the merrier. There's a movie.
Right.
That.
The rest of us will make the journey to Thavnair. Thoughts? Objections?
I passed through Thavnair on my way to infiltrate the Empire, and though I'm not qualified to give a guided tour, I did gain a sense of where things lie.
I'll be happy to have you along then. So for this group, it will be you, me, and Urianger.
Give me a moment afterwards, and I'll supply you with all the details of Nadana's request. Consider this hall our rendezvous point once our respective tasks are complete. May our investigations prove fruitful.
Alright. Heroes intend to uncover the reason behind the farm's inexplicable behavior. What are you gonna find out? A sudden change has come over to Sharlayan, but together we will divine the underlying cause for the farm's I don't know how to say it. As I mentioned before, however, questioning the consuls directly is a fruitless endeavor. They seem to have already come to a consensus as to what and how little they are wanting to be good. Which is why I began scoring Sharlayan's archive of historical records for any hint of a concentration to the final days. Suffice it to say that progress has been slow. There are only so many dusty pages one can skin a day, but now that I have this band of whiling reinforcements, the sun should precede all this. Let us reconvene outside Thavnair, shall we? Yeah. Alright. Let's go. Gonna help everybody. For Thavnair bound. Duncan is eager to set forth up. I have crew's instructions in hand. If you're ready to set out, then so are we. Having been to Thavnair before, I can travel by Aetherite. But what of the rest of you? Another sea voyage would waste time. We do not plan. Turtle was of the same mind, and has already secured that aid of the good folk of the continent. You take yourself there. Confidence, those sayings. I'm afraid so, my friend. So you recall the hunt for Iceheart. Until whole sanctuary we delivered 3 owning to the knowledge of our comrade Maembrida. Moenbrida was an authority on aetherology, a field of study she did embark upon in pursuit of her parents' example. Both are authorities in their own right, and both are the researchers at the conference. Have you gone to see them yet? You at last. In his head, the many times I thought to reach out to them after sending that fateful letter. Did the time nor introspection have revealed unto me the words I should speak, and thus have I kept myself. Whenever you come with us or no is your choice, and you are safe. If it's too difficult, we will manage. Thou art kind to say so, but I have no intention of forsaking our cause. I shall go to the conference, and I shall face the which had long been overdue. If it's settled, then let us be off. When we arrive, we should look for a researcher named Kitty. It's Kitty. Where am I? Close. Oh, I did it here. Ah. Which city does remind you of? Oh, Edoshire? Ish. Yep. Well, now this is rather a lot of stern faces. Are my library books overdue again? Not to our knowledge, we are associates of Cryo of the students of Baldus. We seek passage to the Thavnair, and understand that you can assist us. Oh, the test subjects. Welcome, welcome. The share was an old Sharlayan settlement. Test subjects? Oh, you had it here? Well then, allow me to explain. So in order to travel in Aetherit, you ordinarily need to be attuned to it beforehand. Otherwise, you can use it as a beacon to seek out while you are a mass of Aether hunting along the life stream. An inconvenient but incontrovertible limitation of Aether teleportation. But what if I went to tell you that there is a way to travel to Aetherit without being attuned to it? A way to teleport instantly to places you've never been? For long years, we've labored to make such travel possible, that people might move about more freely. And we've finally done it! We created a new kind of Aetherit that doesn't require attunement. Truly? That changes everything. Well, My language may have been a bit misleading. The user needs to attune to those attributes. But the attributes themselves must have been pre-attuned to each other, thereby facilitating travel between the two points. But just so happens that of our first test pair of attributes. One has been installed here in Sharlayan, and the other over in the Idlemat. Yedlimat, a port town in Thavnair. As you may know, our nation has long maintained strong ties with Raz at hand, and indeed we owe much of this breakthrough to the contributions of the alchemists. So, to sum up, we're to test these attributes. How fortuitous from me. I should mention that an ancient has impaired my ability to channel ether. Will this be a problem? Not at all. As a matter of fact, you might say these attributes were made for people like your good self. The magic imbued within will whisk your way without any effort on your part. A veritable dream come true, and far be it from me to worry about such things, but do we have permission to make use of your shiny new invention? The only permission required is yours, so assuming you're willing, we're all set. It may come as a surprise, but we actually struggle to find test subjects. Most people seem to have too unreasonable fear of their souls gradually disintegrating as they drift helpless in the live stream. In the statistically unlikely event that something goes away. But it's plain that you aren't most people. Mr. Cryo truly knows how to pick them. If I might change the subject, I'm Master Wilf's son and Mistress Boy Rita. Not present today? Oh, you didn't hear. They recently reassigned their posts. Their expertise was needed elsewhere. A large-scale project helmed by the forum itself. As I understand, but I'm not privy to the details. I see. Any other questions? No? Then let's go in before you change your minds. Please see to your preparation and head outside to the Etherite Plaza. I'll be along shortly. All right. I'll go there. This way. Can I go this way? Oh, look! I'm leveling. Oh, it's on top. My directions were easy enough to follow, I hope. In any case, you stand now before the doors of Sharlayan's grandiose collection of books and comics. This building is actually only an entrance, and one of many at that, for the chiefs of Nanaimo extend deep beneath the surface like the roots of the tree. The vast halls of the Grand Global Library pale in comparison to Nanaimo's endless maze of subterranean chambers. Any citizen of Sharlayan is free to enter and pursue itself, while most of the shelves only enters are afforded access to certain restricted dogs. I've dispatched Stola and Raha to investigate those. Meanwhile, Alizai and Afnal will help me continue my search through the stacks open to the general public. My God, how many blinds! This not presents more of a problem as a non-citizen. You are only permitted to browse the first floor for annex. Even so, there should be a number of books which touch upon sharing the history of foreign folks. Your task will be to find and study the relevant publications. I promise you, a working knowledge of those subjects will make it far easier to spot the sort of clues we're looking for. What is about? Yeah, shall we? Let's go. Oh, look at that. Can I jump? Oh, no. No. Years ago, in banks of the country of the Venice Land, Christian colony. The study was originally established as a mere hotspot to study the Atlas Sea in the year of not a one of them. All right, other side. Roof over book. Like the music. And there are more books. Let's see. Destination. As far as I could see, no tiles in the Archive Task mission define a day specifically. So we have no choice but to start with tangential relevant tomes, if they are equal. At the present, the plan is to skim through as quickly as we dare. The shard discoveries and read. Huh, okay. Is that quite so found? It's been difficult after our arrival. We managed to speak with one of the family servants and ask how things were. It seems our dear father has instructed the staff that even if Afnald and I were to return to Sharian, we were not to be allowed across the threshold. A harsh measure indeed. Man, what I hope that our efforts will understand his position and that of the forum will perhaps lead to a reconciliation. Oh man, this rifty one day, I'm certain of it. My situation is also somewhat complicated. I was raised in Sharlayan, yes, but I was born rather far away. In the southern reaches of Usurper, in fact. For generation, my people have dwelt in Corvus, the coastal region opposite the island of Thavnair. Alagans followed the city in that fertile land, and by ship brought in the subjugated tribes of the Mikot to serve as labor. Of course, the massive earthquake of the Fourth Umbra calamity brought an end to the Empire's regime, and when the Fifth Calamity froze the sea solid, many of the tribes still living in the Corvus braved the journey back to the Orson. My ancestors, however, chose to remain, that they might prevent the remains of elegant technology from being misused. Isn't Congress under Garland rule? For the past 50 years, yes. Some semblance of local culture remains, as is the case for most imperial provinces. Renamed the region Locusan. When I was a boy, a near town came under the jurisdiction of illustrious imperial family, nobles of the House Darn. Alzheimer demonstrated the singular interest of Alagan civilization, and so my tribe was forced to consider a plan of action. For some time already, voices has been raised in favor of abandoning our ancient customs. After all, the Alagan I no longer pass to our eldest children as reliable as it once had. It was made to Ivy Tancred was taken in by Archelaus of the North. Stories of adopted waves and rescue orphans are more common among Sharlayans than you might think. Yet regardless of oranges, we are all provided with an equal opportunity to learn, and with sufficient perspicacity, we outsiders can even earn the vaunted title of art. This is exactly why I have such love for this country, and why I wish to remain a nation of which its citizens can be proud. Another good reason to get the bottom of the farm's stubbornness. Aside from the trifling matter of our impediment. This is we are trying to make you have a faster, more company should be any moment. Yeah, I'm gonna do something rather than this. Primals, right? Actually, all of them. I did that again. I can't try that much. Ah, with the sound for the ground. start the arc. Yeah, I think it's both of that. But I want to get your hopes. Through secrets and secrets and secrets. I thought Stoll is gonna be my minion. Alright. Oh. Ready for tea break? Sure, why not? Tá me incomodando muito. Mas eu cosplay muito pra... Okay, did I attune? Let me see. I can't see if I attuned that one. I don't remember. Did I? No, I didn't. So many new people. All right. Go to the plaza. Einstein. Where is it? Oh, this niche.
Right, we're all set. Just the 4 of you, was it?
3. I'm already attuned to the crystal in Thavnair.
You are? Oh, I would have preferred more test subjects.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, never mind. If our 3 travelers could line up here, please.
All right. Hmm?
Yes, right there is fine. Take a deep breath, and I'll soon have you soaring through the ether. Oh, and one last thing. You might experience a teensy-weensy touch of violent ethereal sickness. Good luck!
Ah!
What?
Uh-oh. Yes, I am there. I'm there. Ooh.
Thavnair, home to city-state Rads at Han. Rising from the southeast waters of the Bounty, this Isle of Plenty served as the battleground for a conflict between 2 peoples. Their cultures bled into one another until a unique amalgamation was distilled from the chaos, in a process not unlike their precious alchemy. Once solidified as a single nation, an adamant stance of neutrality would hold invaders at bay. For a time. Now across this vibrant isle creeps a fog of malice. What choice do you have? What chance? Against such an insidious foe.
But I have to attune here, right?
I've seen fairer faces after a bout of bad shellfish. Let me bring you something to drink. That should help settle your bellies.
There was a note with Kryle's instructions. Don't let a Stinian roam the markets alone. He's alarmingly bad with coin.
Uh-oh, too late. You manage to wheel yourself to your feet. Given a condition, you'll be able to what? Ah, because what? I am too lazy. Ah! Ah! I had through sickness. Governing reasons and welcome. You're wise, good sir, to come to me, my special armor lassie, made with only the finest and the freshest ingredients, is famed for calming unruly days. I welcome the Reverend and please offer it to you for the low price of 19,800 years. For not one, not two, but 3 bottles. A bargain amongst bargains. Oh. The price is high, you say as much as I stand, but you realize any words of warning you cry out would be accompanied by your last move. You must stand before I stand in using gestures. Deny. You respect. Oh, I thought you could barely stand. Why do you need to tell me? Wait, I shouldn't buy Lassie? This mission is whining. Sincerest apologies, sir, but I appear to have my prices confused. It's actually 1,819. That confusion would have been quite costly for both of us. Very well, then. I hear about for each of you. Yeah. For the top! Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at that! It's huge!